Greetings and welcome to the World Cyber Games 2008 in Cologne, Germany. My name is Nick Tasteless Plot, and with me is Daniel, Super Daniel Lee. Daniel, how does it feel to be down here at the World Cyber Games?
Oh, it's so exciting to be here, Nate. I mean, you can just feel the vibration in the room. Can you feel that?
Oh, I can feel it. There's so much energy down here, so much spirit. We're here at the largest esports tournament in the world. Over 74 countries down here representing their gaming skills here today. We have 14 different games that players are playing right now. And, of course, Daniel and me doing the best game ever made, StarCraft Brood War. It is also, by the way, the game that has been in the WCG since the beginning, so it's really an honor for me to be down here casting with all of you right now. Daniel, tell us about our players.
Well, Jaedong, I mean, what can I say about Jaedong? His name is pretty much self-explanatory. He's the best Zerg that we have available right now in the Korean scene, and he is with the head coach right now, so he is in his tip-top shape. So that we can see some exciting games coming from him.
Now, he just got down here from Korea. I even understand that his coach brought some Korean food. He wants everything atmospherically to be perfect for Jaedong. And again, for those of you who aren't familiar with this guy, this is basically the best player out there right now. I mean, on paper and off paper. Everybody thinks he should be the favorite to win here. He does have some tough competition coming up here in just a little bit. But easily a player who is revolutionizing Zerg and really getting a lot of fans, not just in Korea, but here in Germany and everywhere else in the world. I, of course, am a fan of him as well. And, of course, we're going to be moving on to our other player in just a second here from Russia, a player known as Bruse. Daniel, what can you tell me about Bruse?
Well, I did have a chance to have a short interview with him, and he was telling me how hard he practiced for this game. He practiced 15 hours a day just to be on this stage. Yeah, I mean, he's got to raise his bars, you know. Representing his country. I did like the little ceremony he did in the begining.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, this guy's got a lot of spirit. He's actually the community leader here from Russia. He is also, a very strong Protoss player. I think, it's not going to be an easy win for Jaedong, but it's certainly going to be a tough win for Bruse.
Yeah, he did take third in Russia to come here. And so we can expect some great things from him.
Yeah, I think he's a very promising player. Now, granted, he is a Korean, so it's not going to be an easy game. And, you know, it was funny when I was talking to Bruse before the game's begun. He said, look, it's going to be tough. I think we're going to be getting the map up here any second. Now, there it is, Ride of Valkyries. And it is a very interesting map. Daniel, what do we need to know about Ride of Valkyries?
Well, Ride of Valkyries, first of all, this is a very good map for Zerg because there's a wall on the expansion that Zerg can take full advantage of. You know, hitting the SCVs, Marines, and going back, and that won't allow the defending person to have the vision of the Metallics. So he's going to get the initial attack on it. Not only that, further you move on to the map, you get that high ground, and you're going to have to fight for that middle ground because on the very middle of the map, that's where the highest middle ground is.
Absolutely, and also realize there's an island at the bottom, and of course at the top, an expansion. Those are the only two expansions that both players have to fight over. So if we go into the late game, that should be quite interesting. By the way, here's a shot of our Korean commentators. Look at the spirit they have down here. I'm a big fan of them, and they are cheering for Jaedong right now. All right, let's get ready. All right, we're back, but not for long, because in just a moment here, it's going to be Jaedong versus Bruse. Korea versus Russia. It all boils down to this. They practice long and hard, but will they be able to pull it off when it matters the most? Head-to-head, Bruse and Jaedong. A lot of pressure on the line. This is, of course, Bruce's first televised match. So let's see how he manages to perform.
You know, one thing to point out about this game is that when the Ride of Valkyrie was active during the season, pro league season, July Zerg was the dominating force at the leagues. This is a very good map for Zerg. I just want to point that out one more time. And the reason being is that lurkers and Hydras can have much time to be active on the middle of the map and move further into the back of the map to have his high-tech units to defend and ultimately take the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, not only is it a tough player for Bruse to play against, but it's also a tough map for him to try to win on. So all forces going against Bruse. Can he do it? Let's find out in a second. Bruse versus Jaedong. Get ready. We are on. Here is Jaedong at the bottom left. And there's Bruse making a comment. Okay, let's fight. Bruse, when I got a chance to talk to him, he was a really upbeat, funny guy. He's got a lot of personality, and you can't say that for all pro gamers. Obviously, they're all brilliant, but this guy, he's quite intelligent. He's really active in the community, and on top of that, he's a likable guy. So he's got a great sense of humor.
Well, he's certainly joining the whole atmosphere in the event.
Oh, yeah.
He's very upbeat for sure, but he seemed a little bit nervous to be facing Jaedong, but for him, it's an honor, and he does idolize boxer,
yes,
an android from Russia. He said, he pretty much follows what they do every single day, and he's just happy to be here.
Yeah. He's just thrilled. Now, as far as predictions, you've been a Korean coach for a long time. What should we be expecting to see here from Jaedong?
Well, from Jaedong, I think that initially he's going to come up with the Zerglings very fast and try to press off user early on, and feel the game out and move on from there.
Yeah, and I think Jaedong's one of these guys. He's great at map control. He's great at manipulating his opponent into thinking something that's actually not even occurring. It's going on. He's very intelligent, and it looks like from Bruse we're going to see fast nexus. Now, a lot of Cleo players down here predicted that Bruse would actually go for a proxy gate, but it does in fact look like he's not going to do that.
Okay, I guess he does want that fast expansion by putting up that forge.
Yeah, the forge going down there. He does put that down first because he did not see a hatchery first. Seeing the full first usually means you're basically forced to get the forge. You have to have the perfect timing up there so that you can get those cannons up in time to deflect the Zerglings. Forge is almost completing. Now, Daniel, we're going to have a little bit of dead time here. So, a lot of people ask me all the time since I moved to Korea to be a caster for GomTV.net, that people say, what exactly is different about Koreans and foreigners? I mean, they're all just people, right? What makes the Koreans so much better? Now, you've been a coach, not only for some of the best Koreans, but for some of the best non-Koreans. You were a recruiter for such players as Jaedong, Elki, Rekrol, some of the largest known players outside of Korea. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes the Koreans different from most of the non-Korean professional gamers?
Well, I mean, they are professionals first and foremost. That's because, wait a minute, those are Zerglings popping out. Okay, to answer your question, Nick, I just got excited for no apparent reason. Well, I had the pleasure of course, mentoring Guillaume and Elki, and what sets us apart from the foreign scene is that we do have this professional leagues, not just one, but 2, 3 going on at the same time.
Yeah,
and they do get paid great amount of money to do what they do. And the entire practice hours that goes into it, minimum of at least 10 hours a day.
Yeah, 10 hours a day. That's just unbelievable. And it really shows you, how they, Bruse really tried to egg his opponent on here. I'm loving this. Bruse, this is pretty typical for non-Korean players. Chatting during the game is common because you want to try to provoke your player.
I don't know if that would not be allowed.
In Korea, it's not allowed. I see.
You get disqualified.
Oh, really? Well, but at the WCG, they don't have rules for that. So, it's always encouraged. It kind of sparks the game up a little bit here. And I'm sure it's something Jaedong's not quite used to. Now, it does appear as though Bruse has practiced his placement perfectly here on this map. He does, he has the gateway placed out there. He is trying to bait the Zerglings in here. But meanwhile, taking a look at the mini-map here, Jaedong is really going for an economy-oriented build.
He is just matching up against his opponent's build. This is the best thing he can possibly do because those Zerglings cannot penetrate and sneak in.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruse is clearly prepared for that. I do believe that Bruse should pull his other probes back, though. It appears that those extra probes behind the gateway have been idle for too long. Maybe he's waiting for the Nexus to finish rather than waste his time traveling, and indeed that is his plan.
I don't know if this is the best build that Bruse can do, but I think he just wants to have a legit game with them. What chances will you get in the future to have a game with Jaedong?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
wants to make the best of it.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Jaedong says good. Now, many times that means that he's actually complimenting his opponent.
Oh, he certainly is. So far, why does he have two probes coming out?
He wants two probes out because he absolutely desperately wants to find out what his opponent is doing. And look at that. Jaedong just deflects it. And you can see there's Bruse complimenting him back.
Well, I think he should be getting busier on controlling his probes, not chatting. He's chat rushing, it's not working properly. And what he should have done with the probes is that go in two different directions, not together.
Well, look at this. I see exactly what's going to happen here. He's going to mine these two minerals over here, and that means he's going to try to break into Bruce's main right now. Bruse has to identify this, and the clock is ticking.
Yes, no idea what's going on right now. Oh, look at that. No photo cannons whatsoever.
This is a disaster right now for Bruse, and he is going to get the pylon. I expect GG here unless Bruse wants to hang on for a few more seconds. The pylon is gone. This is a disaster. It's a bad day for Russia right now.
Well, make the best of it, save the probes onto the expansion area. Oh, he's fighting it though, he's fighting it, he's not winning the fight.
And here comes, and the Zealot's been surrounded. Unbelievable. This is a disaster. Jaedong just tearing this guy up, and this is the guy who was joking with him earlier saying, okay, hey, Matt, he's still talking during the game. I gotta say, this is a really interesting game, but Bruse having a good sense of humor about it. Okay, and here comes the killing blow here, more Zerglings.
Well, I don't think he realized those minerals can be, taken off.
Well, he wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
I'm a bit shocked. There he is. Good game. Bruse defeated. It was a short but sweet game, Bruse. You see he's got a smile on his face. He's not a sore loser.
Well, one thing that can be said about him is that he certainly made an impression on me.
Yeah. Certainly did. I will not forget casting that game. Very lighthearted game. Well, guys, don't go anywhere. We got another game coming up here in just a minute. StarCraft action here at the World Cyber Games 2008 in Cologne, Germany. And stay tuned for all of our other games. Again, thank you to our sponsors at Samsung and all of our other sponsors. We really appreciate it. And thank you to you at home for tuning in and watching this wonderful event. We see the players signing off here. They have to confirm the wins, that they did not, they have no protest what they did. So don't go anywhere. More StarCraft action coming up here in just a little bit. All right, so coming up next, guys, it's going to be Jaedong versus Red. And it's going to be quite exciting. More Jaedong action, different European player.